What would I do with my first $1,000 if I was starting from scratch? No investments, no saving, just $1,000 and a desire to build wealth. It's a question many people have, and honestly, the answer might surprise you. Because the truth is, most people waste their first $1,000. They throw it into some hot crypto project, drop it on expensive gear and let it sit in their bank account doing nothing. Today, I will walk you through exactly how I would use that $1,000 to set myself up for financial success. We will cover investing, mindset, habit, and most importantly, how to build momentum when you're starting small. Let's get into it. If I had to start all over, I would take at least $500 to $600 of that $1,000 and invest in myself. Here's why. If you're starting out, the best ROI doesn't come from the stock market. It comes from you, your knowledge, skills, your ability to solve problems and create value. Let me give you a few examples. $100 on a course that teaches you something, for example digital market. $150 for a camera course if you are into video content. $200 on freelance coaching sessions to help you find your clients. $50 on books that teach money mindset, psychology, sales or habits. These kind of investments don't just sit there, they compound because they improve how much you can earn. Think about it. If a $200 course helps you find freelance gigs that pay $500 a month, that's a 2,900% return in the first year alone. And no, you don't need to be perfect at anything yet. The point is to start building leverageable skills, often for cheap or even for free. So don't sleep on investing in you. The stock market will always be there, but the faster you raise your earning ceiling, the more powerful your financial journey becomes. Okay, now let's talk about actually investing. A lot of people think $1,000 isn't enough to make money on the market. And you know what? They are kind of right. If you invest the full $1,000 in an index fund and it grows by 10% a year, you made $100. It's not bad, but it's not life-changing either. So what's the point? The point is experience. Use $100 to $200 of your market just to get the skin in the game. Open an account, buy a piece of an S&P 500 or MSCI World, and watch what happens when the market goes up and down. Feel the emotions, learn to detach from panic, because here's what's coming. Once you start earning more, you will have more to invest. And when you're investing $500, $1,000 or $2,000 every single month, that early experience will give you the confidence to stick with it long term. Think of the first investments as a mental training ground. It's not about the gain, it's about building habits and comfort with volatility. The next thing I would do, especially if I'm starting with nothing, is build a small emergency buffer. This doesn't have to be some massive 6-month fund. Even $200 to $300 tucked away in a high yield savings account or a separate bank account gives you options. Because the reality is, life happens. Your car breaks down, you get sick and need meds, you lose a client or gig. Having that small safety net means you don't have to go into debt. You don't have to sell investments, you don't panic and spiral back into survival mode. This buffer protects your progress. It keeps you moving forward even when things go down. Now, here's something nobody talks about. The most important thing you can do with your first $1,000 is start thinking like an investor. It's not about the numbers, it's about mindset. People who stay broke think like spenders. People who get wealthy think like builders. The first $1,000 is your signal that you're taking control, that you're ready to stop being passive with your money, that you're just not earning to spend, you're earning to grow. So don't focus on how much it will make you, focus on the habit that helps you build. So let's break it all down. What would I do with my first $1,000? $500 to $600 in courses, books, skills. So investing in myself. $100 to $200, start investing, learn the ropes. $200 to $300, small emergency buffer, protect the downside. Plus, the most important piece, build the mindset of someone who plays the long game. But here's the truth, you don't need a perfect plan, you need momentum. If you build good habits with your first $1,000, the next $10,000 or even $100,000 or even $1 million will take care of itself. So start today, get intentional, and remember, you are the best investment you will ever make. If this helped you, hit that like button, it helps the channel more than you know. Subscribe for more money and mindset content and drop a comment. What would you do with your first $1,000? Let's help each other grow.